Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that could be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams, and it's Simons in at the point. And for the Knicks, the forwards are Bridges and Towns. Andrew Shamet is out there with Jalen Brunson, and it's Robinson in at the 5, down low. And we got minutes, we have rotations. These elements, Greg, are very much in the works at this time of the season.
And I tell you, a hot streak from a role player might earn them a starting spot. And further success can really shake things up. Giving everyone a fair chance is key.
Now, here's Bridges.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
Bridges with the steal. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Bridges has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Shamet. Back to Brunson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
And that one's good. Tatum.
You got to D-up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Guys?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Bridges kicks to Towns. Pass to Shamet. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Out to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. From past the arc. Rebound by Williams. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Clark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
And he gets the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so Simons will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, he saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for him. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Now, here's Shamet. Light covering. Towns, the pass to Shamet. Puts the move on. Rips it home after the terrific move.
And Cat remains an excellent passer at his position. Outstanding at seeing the floor and finding teammates.
For Boston, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Brown finds Simon. A 3-ball. And White, the bucket on the assist by Simon. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Bridges shot. Good. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Right the pass to Brown. And there's the drive. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
New York trailing. And here's Brunson. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So it's the Celtics now. Tatum down low. Towns on him. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Brunson. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. From the baseline. Brunson, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
White, good.
Part of White's expanding game is the attention to his jump shot. And he's made great improvement in that area.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Shamet. Outside, Towns. And again, it's a New York 3.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Look for New York. Anunoby, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Landry Shamet. The Celtics also changing it up. Chris Boucher's checked in for Williams. Sam Hauser comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Anthony Simons. Boston's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first.
Man, I love how strong Tatum goes to the rack. When you give him room to get up, he's banging that thing.
The Knicks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage any night. Stolen away. For 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, the Knicks look to go a little deeper down their bench this season. To that end, they signed veterans Jordan Clarkson and Kershawn Yabusele. They fortified their reserves, and they hope it will bolster their roster for another deep playoff.
Putting them in a good position. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Brunson. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here's Towns, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Took him no time at all on that one.
Derek White, very efficient as a combo guard, and really takes a lot of pleasure in getting his teammates open shots.
Robinson a screen on Tatum. Clarkson outside. 6 to shoot. And Tatum pulls it down.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. It's good from long range. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. For the Knicks, Yabusele, he's checked in for Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in for Jalen Brunson. And then for Boston, Kate is checked in. And it's Brown in for Derek White. Knicks trail by 5. Inside, out to Bridges. Hart with the screen for Bridges. Back to Hart for the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
One of Hart's favorite shots there, guys. Excellent recognizing when he has the room to pull the trigger.
Here's Pritchard. 9 points last game out. Pass to Brown. And it's Hauser in the corner. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hauser's got 9.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And although an undersized center, Moore has been making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Brown. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Brown is so creative at picking apart the defense with his ball handling. You got to love how clever he is with the ball.
Here's Bridges. Talking about that win against the Cavaliers, he was definitely a major factor as well. Pass to Clarkson. From deep. Rebound by the Celtics. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Exactly. Dispatched in the conference semis, and so they'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge in this game. They should be highly motivated.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Brown. Boucher out there with Sam Hauser. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in at the 5, roaming the paint. Boston with the ball. It's a 5-point game. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Here's Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With the Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
To the inside. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Yabusele.
Not just a scorer. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
That's good from Yabusele. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, The sky is really the limit.
Knicks trail by 4. 16 feet away. Anunoby, no good. Brown against Bridges. And Brown throws it down hard.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Shamit kicks to Bridges. The kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Hauser. Here's Brown. Brown going all the way to the rim.
They are winning this game largely because of his effort.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Boston making a switch here. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. Number 5, the Knicks.
They had great productivity from their shooters last year. The guys they were counting on to knock down a high percentage of their shots, they did that. And they hope to see those same kinds of numbers this year.
Knicks trail by 8. Bridges outside. It's stolen by Gonzalez. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And Brown throws it down.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Bridges inside the three-point line. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Boston now. They're rolling here with the 9-point run. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control, things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Kevin?
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
Well, he's leading the way, trying to get everybody else going now.
For the New York Knicks, they come in off a good outing against Cleveland. Brown the pass to Gonzalez. Nice ball movement by Boston. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Buries it from three-point range. Pritchard's got the lead up to 13 now for the Celtics.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Brown gets it done inside.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Gonzalez against Bridges. Hart outside. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
2 points. That one goes.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
So it's the Knicks now, down by 15. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
All right, fans, it's time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
For the Knicks, Downs comes in for Gershon Yabusele. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Mikal Bridges. Here's Boston now. They're on an 18-6 run. Simons finds White. Off target from outside. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. It's a 13-point game. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll go up against Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that matchup with the 76ers, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Brunson, that's a two-pointer, and again it's New York.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Back to Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 5th assist in this one. Start with a screen on Simon. Right side Towns. Back to Brunson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
You talk about a high motor, mental tenacity and toughness. Brunson wears defenses down, even when they throw different people at him.
That one falls for Brunson. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's giving the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
Celtics leading by 10. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Towns. New York's gone 2 of 3 and they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Brunson. It's Brunson at point-blank range.
Doesn't matter which hand he uses. Brunson is an excellent finisher around the rim.
Now Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the evening. First one falls for him.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in for Anunoby. Brunson against Simon. Brunson outside. Outside Robinson. Clock at 6. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And he comes up with the deuce. Towns has got 10 points in the game.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservative. I mean, you've got an open look from deep. Let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
For Boston, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Free throw good, Simons.
And on the court, Simons is like a lightning bolt of energy. He hustles hard and just puts in the sweat to outwork the other team.
And Simons drops them both.
Extremely reliable. When he steps up to the line, you just kind of expect him to knock him down.
Here's Brunson, and Brunson throws it down.
Okay, Brunson, a.k.a. JB, showing he's got some bounce, too.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And White kicks to Simons. Sinks the triple. He's got 9.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
There's a minute left to play here in the half. Brunson with a clean look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
White, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Knicks trail by 11. Pass to Shamet. Bridges inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Brunson scanning the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and the layup's good off the glass. Brunson's got 14.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Celtics leading by 7. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's us as players. We're letting them get too much. Fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. And measuring up the shot. One more time, a big round of applause for the participants.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Let's first take a gander at the rest of the NBA schedule for the night and what's in store. It'll be the Hawks against the Magic in Orlando. That one tips off at 7 p.m. Eastern.
I'm predicting a somewhat lopsided outcome, I'm just saying.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Boston Celtics.
Putting this through the box score, the Shaq supercomputer, the passing has been A-okay.
Well, I don't have a Super Shaq computer, whatever that is. But the eye test is very easy. They're sharing it, and they've checked their egos at the door.
Same thing I came up with.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Knicks trail by 7. The forwards are Bridges and Towns. Jalen Brunson out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Robinson in at the center position. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Simons against Brunson. Robinson with the block.
We know Robinson is an elite rim protector. So, yeah, you might want to try that move on somebody else. Gets it inside and goes to work. That's how it's done.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Shamet. Back to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Simon. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Brunson.
One of Brunson's best amongst his many weapons, that mid-range J.
Robinson with the block. Down low. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges got 15.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Celtics leading by 5. Here's White. Takes it inside, and he drives in the layup off the glass.
Boy, strong off the dribble is Derek White. He's also a solidly built 6'4". That allows him to play through contact.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And here's Brunson outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Towns.
It's a real challenge, a major challenge to face a big man who can shoot like Towns can. He stretches the floor as well as any big guy in the league.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
A moment to check out Jalen Brunson.
He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 26 points per game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Three-pointers, Simon. And it's Shamet with the rebound. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And that one, good. Celtics leading by 4. Tatum dishes to Williams. Brown outside. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Brown's got 23.
You know, early on, Brown struggled with his confidence taking threes. Now he's a knockdown threat.
Pass to Towns. Another 3 for New York.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He's driving inside. Tatum is either going to finish or get himself a trip to the line.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
And so Tatum nails them both. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 6. Bridges kicks to Towns. And again, it's a New York 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Bridges double team. New York moving it around. For the tie. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
Give credit to the defense. They were right there on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's too smart and too confident near the hoop to have any effect.
And Brunson throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns' numbers. Coming off a terrific season. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. And the first one at the line is good. Anunoby, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. And so Tatum nails them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
Bounce pass from Bridget. Towns, wide open. Another 3 for New York.
Boy, he's been a monster this quarter, carrying the load for sure.
Boston trail. Outside, White. Here's Brown. Unable to get that one. The Knicks shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Mikal Bridges is very comfortable with his mid-range and in-between game. He said when it comes to the basketball court, it's not just the rims and the threes. You have the rest of the court, too. Now, not everyone is effective with those middle distance shots, but Mikal always has been. Back to you guys.
Oh, yeah, he can knock them down. Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Brunson. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Boston. Chris Boucher's checked in for Williams. And Sam Hauser subbed in for White. The Celtics have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got his second basket of the night. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Towns for 3. Boucher with the rebound.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Here's Hauser, and again, Boston with the triple.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
And so it's New York with it. It's a 5-point game. Brunson the pass to Towns. Latrey. Rebounded by the Celtics. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Tatum finds Boucher. Fires the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
This is why Tatum is a superstar. His confidence in shooting the ball right away. Quick release, money.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Bridges outside. Anunoby outside. Hits it from three-point range.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
So, Clark, let me ask you, what makes Karl Anthony Towns stand out as a perimeter big man?
Well, I think first and foremost, his shooting ability for a big guy is unique. I mean, he can shoot it with the best of three-point shooters and from deep. Not many big guys can do that. He can put it on the floor. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He can shoot shots off the dribble as a big guy. And he can go old school and play bully ball. So I mean, you factor in that combination of toolkit, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's almost 7 feet tall.
Here's Brown, the kick out to Tatum. A three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 5. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Towns. New York moving it around. 6 to shoot. Bridges, no one around it. They grab their own miss. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And the dunk by Brunson.
We're seeing another decisive performance from Brunson. He's absolutely controlling the pace of this game.
Three-pointer, Pritchard. Now here's Brunson. Puts it up from 17. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Celtics lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court right now for the Celtics. Out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center, filling out the middle. And Hart throws it down.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 1. Can't hit the free throw line jump. The Knicks shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Hart.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Brown from 13 feet. It goes down. Brown's got 27.
Brown has a nice shot repertoire. Clearly, the mid-range doesn't give him much trouble.
And that one drops. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? He might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. 3-pointer, and the basket by Hauser. 20 points for him.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside, Towns. Hart, wide open. He fired. Misses the jumper. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Brown. From down in the low post. It goes. And now a 4-point Celtic lead.
This is why Brown is one of the very best in our game. He's so good at getting into the flow.
Deep 2 from Clarkson. The rebound by Queta. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. So it's New York now. Pass to Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Towns has got 30 points.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Hauser, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Towns for 3, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
You know, looking at Towns, you really don't expect that kind of range. You better think again, though.
Austin with the ball. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Back to Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. So for the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Clarkson. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Sam Hauser. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what Coach is looking for.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Brown feeling out a bit. Outside Tatum. It's White on the wing. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. And that one, good. And now a 6-point Celtic lead.
Brown making things happen with his defense, catches them off guard and wastes no time starting the break.
New York's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. On deep, Brunson, another 3 for New York.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Here's Brown, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Pass to Robinson. Richard against Brunson. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 3. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the 3. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Here we've got Brunson. Brunson bullies his way inside.
Just get the ball to Brunson. He is used to the bright lights and relishes producing when they're on.
Celtics leading by 3. Brown.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without fouling.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
Here comes your Knicks City Actors, everyone. Get loud for them.
Williams is checked in for Boston, and Fernie Simons comes in for Pritchard. free throw good from Brown.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Brunson. Towns outside. Robinson a screen on Tatum. Here we've got Brunson. Good!
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
117.
Brown against Bridges. Simons. And he misses the J. Knicks trail by 3. It's stolen by White. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, great touch off the pass.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And he slams it down with a one-on-one.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Simons has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics.
Oh, man. Turning into a sensation in a hurry. Get your tickets to see Simons.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Brunson. There it is. Brunson with the deep shot.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Tatum, what a response. Hitting a 3 of their own.
And Tatum has been in these situations before. He's reliable when it comes to stepping up in big moments. Absolutely amazing. This young man is so money. His teammates absolutely love him. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Simons fires. Down he goes for 3.
Stepping it up. There's the shot-making ability of Simons.
Knicks trail by 6.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with the quick bucket here. JB, Jalen Brunson, cold-blooded in the clutch. We've seen this movie many a time before.
Williams outside. Here's Brown. Now White fires the 3. Buries the deep ball.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Brunson.
Good. Nerves never show through. Brunson as calm and cool as they come down the stretch.
And an intentional foul right there. Brunson against Simon. It's good.
Boy, it has been some kind of game for White. He's been aggressive and fearless and free in attacking all game long.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. And it's good. And he commits the intentional foul.
New York foul. Landry Shamet. First personal foul. 4th team foul. Derek White at the line. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. New York calls timeout. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
For your Knicks, 7 match ball. Here they are, your Knicks 7 match ball.
Brunson against Simon. Beyond the arc. Clean from outside. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Take a break.
Take a break.
2 shots. Anthony Simon at the line. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. He drills the three. So it's Boston scraping by with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. A lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, and play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.